Respected dear children, I will be explaining to you about Hinduism. For the last 3 episodes I was explaining point by point about the number of literature we have got in Hinduism, how Hinduism is different from other religion, all those things I explained. Now I am coming to solid Hindu literature. You know, those Hindus who are not highly educated, intellectually, academically, socially, psychologically, those who are at lower level, for them the glorious message is to be given through simple words and stories. Always you students like, you children like stories. Generally it is applicable that everybody likes stories. Hundreds and thousands of people are going for watching the movie. All the movies are stories. And we are interested in listening stories. In storybook, Shakespeare has written big story. Big story means novel. So Charles Dickens have written, many people have written many stories. They are all stories. Stories are nothing old. They are old and also they are new. So stories can be written from stories. Sri M.T. Vasudevan Nair has, Dr. M.T. Vasudevan Nair has written many stories from Puranic stories. Many people have produced many movies based on Puranic stories. Pather Panjali, Kanjan Sita. You can see in Malayalam hundreds and thousands are there. Movies from Puranic stories. So still it continues. So our Puranas are not histories. Maybe little bit historical fact may be there. But Puranas are stories. Kadha imaste kadida makhiyasa vidayan ukeshu yashapareyusham vijnana vairagya vivakshaya vibho vacho vibhutir natu paramarthyam. Sri Shuka Brahmarshi, after explaining Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharajan, King Parikshit, at the end of Bhagavatam, the orator explained that these are all stories. Puranas are all stories. Don't discuss the story aspect. Discuss about the messages from the stories. Just to prove that they are stories, all the Puranic stories used to be explained in olden days with exaggeration. Why exaggeration is needed? Even by mistake you should not think that it is history. Little bit historical facts may be there, that is the keeping that away. All other aspects connected with the Puranas, 18 Puranas and 18 Upapuranas are there. Addition, deletion, modification and correction can be done. You can explain the story the way you would like to explain. One story itself you can explain in different ways. Permission is there, freedom is there to interpret the story the way you like. The stories will never take you to heaven. Puranic stories are not for preventing your entry to hell. Puranic stories are Vijnana Vairagya Vivakshaya Vibho, for creating a scientific temper in our life and decreasing the bondage, not attachment but bondage. decreasing the bondage and increasing the scientific temper. What is meant by scientific temper? When we are living here for about 80-85 years, we should know the purpose of our life, how to live, why to live, when to act, where to act, why to act, who are you, to whom to do the work, why, what, when, where, who, whom, how. The answer for these questions you should get. So in short, all the Puranic stories are meant for changing our mind from bad to good, for taking ourselves from darkness to light, and from a tensionful life to tensionless life. This is the message of Puranas. Many people unfortunately used to discuss about the story. You know, if you start discussing each and every aspect of story, then you will be doomed. Because story is a story. Story is not history. The purpose of a story is to give you enjoyment, entertainment and a message. You can see all the film stories. 99% the movies will never end in negative. Movies will be always ending in positive. So optimistic movie, the villain will never win the battle. Always the good people will be, hero will be winning the battle. Whether the number of the positive people are less or more, whether the number of the bad people are less or more, always the good people will be winning. Always the good message, good mission, good goal, good pathway will be winning. So the Puranas also inform us that the story gives you the message of respect, love, affection, sincerity, devotion, dedication, and so on. If you are dedicated, what will happen to you? If you are devoted in your work, what will happen to you? If you are sincere, if you are truthful, if you follow the dharmic pathway, if you follow the patriotism, if you are keeping a great deep faith in divine power, if you protect the nature, if you protect your citizen, if you help your co-workers, what will happen? All the good attitude of the human being, those stories are given in Puranas. Remember that ferocious people are there as characters in the story, Puranic story, having Rakshasiya Swabhava. They are all human beings, but human being having destructive mentality are known as Rakshasa. Rakshasa are not special genetical people, special gene carrying people. They are human beings. Those people having demonic character, Asurika Swabhava, negatives, they are called Asuras, but they are human beings having Asuric character. Those people who are ruling the country, they are known as kings. So Rakshasas, Asuras, Rajas, those people who perform continuously tapascharya, penance, they are known as rishis. So then common people. So in Puranas you can see the stories connected with the Rakshasas, Asuras, Devas, Avataras, incarnation, rishis and kings are given. So Puranas give you the stories of human beings, not animals. Even if one or two animals are mentioned, if you go deep into the story, you can see in the last birth there may be some king or somebody else. So Puranas give you the message for changing from bad to good, from darkness to light, and from a tensionful life to tensionless life. Puranic stories are not histories. 18 Puranas are there, 18 Upapuranas are there, arguing about the behavior of the Puranic characters will be waste of time. Why I am telling that it will be waste of time, you know? If somebody is doing good, the result and the reward will be good. Somebody is doing bad, the result and the reward will be bad. This message is given through stories in our Puranas. So why Mahaganapati did like that? Why Mahadeva did like that? Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, Ganesha, Subramanya, Saraswati, Lakshmi, Parvati, they are not living human beings. Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, they are human beings, enlightened human beings, Avatara. Whereas Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati, they are all Devatas, imaginary figures existing in the nature. The nature has got Srishti, nearly 1.2 million type of animals, 4.4 million type of plants, 80,000 types of trees. They are getting their birth. The natural force responsible for the birth of the living being or non-living being, that we call as Brahma. The natural force which help to survive all these newly born things, we call it as Vishnu. And at the end, whatever got the birth should go back. The force which is responsible for the annihilation, death, that we call as Lord Shiva. So Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, even though we present in the human body, human form, they are imaginary deities. That we will explain later. Why I explained it here, you know, their stories are also there in Puranas. Remember that all the Puranas were written in Nimasar district of Haryana, North India. Nimasar district. Nimasar district was known as Naimisharanya. There was an open university thousands and thousands of years ago in Naimisharanya. So the present name of Naimisharanya is Nimasar district. It is in Haryana state. Suta Maharshi and Shaunaka Maharshi, Maharshi Suta and Maharshi Shaunaka were vice chancellors and pro-vice chancellors of the university during then. Many visitors used to come there. Many great rishis used to come there. And they used to deliver lectures. They used to give answers and replies to the questions asked by the students. Generally, these questions and answers got compiled together and Puranas were written like that. So the question answer session conducted in the Naimisharanya got converted into Puranas. So the same incident, different rishis may be explaining in different ways. Same stories will be explained in different ways. Because stories are not final. Addition, deletion, modification, correction can be done. So if you start asking questions on some stories, why Shiva did like that, why Ganesha has got this like head, or why Subramanya has got 6 head, these are all symbolic presentation in a story. We used to say one Rakshasa was there in a forest. Everybody tried to kill the Rakshasa, but he did not die because his soul was kept in the heart of a bird. It's a story. The soul of a Rakshasa was kept in the heart of a bird. Unless that bird is killed, this Rakshasa will not die. It is a story, purely story. If you start asking the question, how can somebody's soul be kept in a bird? Nobody can answer because it is a story. So remember that stories are stories. Any question coming about the stories, the answer is that it is a story. Answer is that it is a story. You should not go on arguing about the story, nor going on justifying some stories as history. Stories are meant for the people at lower level, for changing their mind from bad to good, darkness to light, and also from tensionful life to tensionless life. We will be explaining further about Puranas in the next class. Pranams to you. Thank you very much.